Women channel. Today we'll be talking about how to overcome fear and anxiety. So we decided to speak about this because every one of us will encounter fear and anxiety at one point in our lives, if not every day. Yeah, sometimes there's days where I wake up and I'm just very worried about the future, or worried about how I'm going to get through this day. But there's certain things that we've been doing that have really helped us, and so we would love to discuss that with you.
So the way that I've always believed to face fear is to feel the fear and do it anyways. It's kind of by diving into it, kind of like heading towards the thing that makes you the most scared, because how do you overcome anything in life is by going through it. And I've always believed that if God can lead you to it, he's going to lead you through it. So there have been many a times in my life where I've juggled between fear and anxiety, or anxiety and fear, and they kind of go up and down on this like never-ending teeter-totter scale. And I felt like, Lord, like I do not see the way out of this. Like it just feels like this never-ending spiral, and I just don't know what's next for me. I think a part of getting past fear is transforming our fear into faith. And faith by definition is trusting in the unknown. It's not trusting that is bound to happen, but trusting that whatever circumstance you're up against, something better is coming and that the Lord has better plans for you. It's trusting what you can't see. Sometimes all you can do when you're left with absolutely nothing is hold on to that little string of faith, no matter how tiny, like the size of a mustard seed. The size of a mustard seed, like it is. You have to hold on to something, because all of us in some kind of way, whether we're more optimistic or whether we're more pessimistic, all of us have some hope for something at the end of the day. And prayer is so powerful, because I feel like when we no longer are in control of our emotions and no longer in control of our thoughts, and whatever is causing us a lot of fear and anxiety is truly taking over, the only thing we can do is just sit and talk to the Lord, truly have him go through and heal those areas of our lives that we find are troublesome, and those areas that we don't know how to heal ourselves. And fear is honestly this make-believe thing that is like non-existent. Usually fear is just stuff we make up in our minds that really don't take place in our lives.
It's how you view it. Your
perspective is everything. We do know takes place in our lives is God. I mean, you look to the Bible and you think of like I love David and Goliath. How tiny David was against Goliath, and I'm sure he's like, oh my gosh, these pebbles and like this little slingshot is not gonna knock this giant over. But he had faith. He trusted what God told him to do, and I think that's what a lot of us need to do, is even if we don't hear God say what we need to do, we need to trust God's timing and not our own timing when it comes to whatever we may be facing in our lives, whether it's we need to heal and we're going through something, whether it's not knowing what to expect next, or what we want to happen, we're scared of the ultimate outcome. Trusting God and trusting in his timing is a huge way to get past fear in our lives and to just ultimately focus on our faith.
Yeah, and sometimes you feel like God isn't there, and you ask yourself, why is God being so quiet, especially when I need him? But that's when he's working in your life, and it's at the point where you're about to give up, that breakthrough happens. You just need to keep holding on, keep praying, and ask God to give you strength, because it's only through him that you really find strength to fight whatever battles you're facing. And you need to remind yourself, God will never put you through something that you can't handle. He's equipped you with all the skills and anything you need to battle the situation that you're in, he's equipped you with. And it's just a phase. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and whatever you're going through is not forever. You're going to come out stronger than ever, but you need to make sure you're still taking care of yourself. Don't resort to drugs or drinking or bad habits, because that will make you go spiraling downwards. You need to surround yourself with the word, people of faith, people who will be praying for you and who love you and who don't have any hidden motives. And just be careful also who's giving you advice. You want to make sure it's coming from a godly source, yeah. But don't forget the power of prayer and gratitude.
Gratitude is everything. especially when we put ourselves in fear, sometimes we're so caught up with like this big giant that we think that we have in front of us, but we don't realize how giant our God is.
Yeah.
You know, we don't realize that nothing is too big or too small for the Lord, and obviously his power and his work in our lives is greater than the work that we can do for ourselves, and we're not made to have that kind of power that only God has and only he can solve. So nothing is impossible with God, especially in the Bible. Take in how many times it says, do not be afraid. I am your Lord. I am your God. I will never leave you nor forsake you.
Exactly.
You can see how these people have been affected by God's presence in their lives. And you can be reassured that he will bring you through anything that you're facing and that nothing is too big for him. All he needs for you is your trust.
Yeah,
ultimately.
And even the faith of a mustard seed, it just takes that for him to get you through, to come out stronger than ever and the person that God has molded you to be.
So we will be praying over you guys. Please let us know in the comments, or either, direct message us through any social media or anything. We'd love to pray over you, and let us know you get past fear, or what situation in your life has gotten you past fear and anxiety. And we'd love to engage with you more and provide you with more great content coming up. So we'll see you on the next video. Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
Bye.